Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. This is me again. Um, yeah, we're gonna finish this game pretty quick. I'd say, like, I mean, we've got to do the box height move height thing, and then I'd say certainly within an hour, less. We've got one main big fight to do here. This is this big battle. It's not even going to be in an hour. It'll be a half hour probably. We'll be done. So, um, well, for next, I don't know. I'm just gonna fill out the rest of the stream with some maybe some blood or something or heretic or something, just to finish up the stream. So I may not like, for example, when the stream is over, I might edit this video, say Half-Life a little too early. I might end up editing it and just cutting out the last half. The other thing is that we can always. One of the nice things about this is that the YouTube video here can just be this, and I can just cut out the last bit of it, and then we still get the VOD over on Twitch, so we can get that VOD if we want to get the rest of it. Yeah, I know, but I don't know if I want to do blood now. Just because the last time I was doing it, wherever I was, I have no idea, and it could be just confusing and silly. I don't know. I'll figure it, but it'll be something. I don't want to. I don't want to worry about the second half of the stream so much because I'm just filling time, really. It's all I'm doing, just filling time. There's no need to edit whatever you decide to play. Oh yeah, true enough. Yeah, I guess so. Because I'm just, like I say, I'm not doing a complete playthrough of anything. I'm just gonna finish it up. Leave it in. Oh, okay. I get you. Right. Always happens when you load up a random save. What do I do? Where do I go? Mention it in the title. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. But I might do something different instead, or not, or whatever. Just whatever. I don't want to think too much about it, because that makes things too brainyoid. What was I going to do here? Give me a second. I just want to look at something. There's another update coming up for that. Can I do that now? There's a blood update. It's only small, and I just installed it. Yeah, but I don't think it's anything major. It's only 12 megabytes. It was only 12 megabytes. Hey there, Rantavan. It was 12 megabytes. It's not even worth talking about. As much as I like blood, and I was playing the Death Wish thingy, but my brain sort of got splattered. Remember when 12 megabytes was considered huge? Oh yeah, sure. I remember going from a 20 megabyte hard drive to a 40 megabyte hard drive. Colors again, yeah, because this is a different thing. Here, I can fix that. Because I got to fix it. Give me a second. You who are Mr. OCD. Okay, there you go. We got color now. We should have color. Hang on. Oh, I got the wrong. Hang on. I used the wrong symbol. There you go. It'll work now. Yeah, just minor fixes. That's what I figured. Try it now. Try it now, pest. Green. You're green. See? Now it's all good. Um, but like I say, this is what I was talking about before. At this point, I'm just into doing the stream thing and just the entertaining part. And those little details, I honestly couldn't care less about. Afterwards, sure. But during the stream, who cares? It doesn't matter. It's not important. As long as we're having fun. Fun. Fun is everything. But now your name is green, so everything is good. Fun, fun, fun. Until Daddy takes the T-bird away, and then you're screwed. But hey. So yeah, I was gonna say I spun my my mattress topper around last night and slept with it, and it seemed okay. I think it certainly didn't cause me any grief. It didn't cause me any real issues or anything. It wasn't uncomfortable. It was just a little different because I was tilted on a side, like on an angle. But when I'm sleeping on it, I don't really notice. I don't really notice that. I mean, it's just like I say, it's just getting into bed that's a problem. What's that? Hell yeah. So, but it seems okay so far. I'm gonna keep doing it as long as it works, but we'll see how that goes. And then what else is there? I need to get some kind of a I need to get some kind of a dresser or something that I can put in front of my bed, because that's something that I can put uh, my air purifier and stuff on. And also I can put clothes in it, hey. But the thing is, I don't need something too big, because basically the side of my bed is a little bit used now. It's got there's stuff blocking the way. And so normally I would just, I'd go towards the edge of the bed on the side, and then I'd get into bed and crawl in, and it's fine. But now it's 5 inches higher. So it's getting into bed is a little more awkward. So if I could clear out some space beside the side of my bed, then that would make it easier. But that's the only issue with it. But once I'm in it, once I'm in bed, it's fine. And I don't feel, constricted, or I don't really feel like I'm on a slope. It seems okay. But I don't know, and I don't know if I really need to do it or what. But I figure I did it last night. It was fine, and it should be not right good for the next few, And maybe I'll keep it that way, or maybe I won't. I don't know. Someone was talking about the potential issues you might have, like with vertigo and stuff, and having the circulation, the blood going to your head or whatever. No, not a new mattress. It's an old one. I have a like my mattress I've had for a few years now, but I have this inclined mattress topper thing that can go under it or over it, and I've been using it where the head of my bed would be elevated and it would slope down, right? So it was like 5 inches high going down to nothing. So it just adds a little incline to the bed, but I'd be sleeping with my head up here, and then you drop down towards my feet. But I've been having some issues recently with water retention and having like swelling in my legs and stuff. And so, uh, in addition to wearing compression socks and stuff, it occurred to me that my bed, and I've been doing this for like 2 years now, my bed is on an angle. And again, actually, my head would be up here, my feet are down here. So actually, all this fluid and stuff is probably going down towards my feet, right? And that's probably why it's a part of the reason why it's swelling because of that. So I'm trying it the opposite way now. So I spun the mattress topper thing around, and so now I will be going. My head will be lower and my feet go up. So that way, all the fluid or stuff like that that are in my legs will move down, right? Trout dock? No, 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 no. Definitely not. Yeah, I did spin and rotate it. Yeah. No, it's not the mattress itself. It's but the incline. So, to change it so the incline is different. But yeah, I definitely pest. If you think about it, that's a bad thing. Trout dock is a bad idea. Yeah, no medical advice. No, I am not a doctor. I don't want to pretend to be one. I don't want people to think. Nope, not as an emote. No, not at all. Think about it. Think about it. It's like Dr. Google. It's like people will take it seriously or they won't, I just no. Not a chance. Right? Right? Someone could sue. Yeah. No, no, no. Pest is talking about no, but Pest is talking about Trout Doc. Having an emote like Trout Doctor, and no, that's not a good idea. Because I do not, I'm just talking about stuff. I don't profess anybody should do what I'm talking about. I'm not saying this is a cure-all for anything or that any of the health stuff that I discuss. I'm just talking about my own life and what's going on with me and things that I'm going through. And it's like earlier on talking about colonoscopies. That's not how you meant it, but Trout Doc. But Trout Doc, regardless of what the emote is, regardless, no, yeah, no, 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 no emote for the health hypes. No, no, not at all. Do you understand why? You understand why though, right? I don't want, I don't want to be, like this is more a slice of life thing. It's not a health recommendation thing. It's not saying what people should do and all of that stuff. Yeah. It's so I just wouldn't want it. I don't want people to think that I'm telling them how to live their life and what they should do. I'm just talking about what I've done. So I'd be using this because I was having this problem. And it's nice to discuss it and whatever, but I don't want this to be health time officially and have an emote for it where, because I think that's just too easily taken out of context and whatever else. It's just the way people are so. I mean, even just the fact of me talking about this sort of stuff. Even yeah, well, burp counter, yeah, but I don't want to have a burp counter. I just want to play video games and stuff. Can Armcat give health advice? Not anymore. Um, but like I say, I'm just talking about things that are going on and whatnot. Like, and my puffy legs and stuff. Although they're not puffy now. And the compression socks and stuff have really been helping. And I think that the and I think that the mattress thing is going to help too. One thing's for sure, I definitely feel better nowadays than I have in a long time. So, is it uncomfortable to wear them? No, 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 not really. They're not the ones that I have. are not that tight. Like you can get compression socks that are really hard to put on. Well, they're not just tight. They get less tight as they go up. So they're tighter and they get less tight so they're graduated, right? So they're not just like wearing tight socks. It just allows so I mean because you don't want to cut off the circulation. You don't want to cut off the circulation in your foot or in your leg or whatever. But the compression socks helps so when your bloodstream and fluids and stuff like that go down your leg, they'll come back up. Because they're meeting with a certain amount of resistance because of the socks. As you go down your leg, it'll get tighter, and then that'll force it to come back and whatever. But there are varying degrees of tightness that you can get, and the ones that I have are not that tight. Yeah, physics. Yeah, exactly. But the ones that I have are like 15 to 20, and I forget what the term is. And I was saying this last night. It's the gauge of how tight they are when they start at a certain thing and get tight, whatever. And you can get ones that are heavier, that are harder. Like that are tighter. And like I say, you can get ones where you've got to really struggle to put them on because they're so tight. These I can put on no problem, but I mean I do have to stretch it out. No, you didn't, comrade. You didn't. We'll be getting to it momentarily. Like these I don't have any trouble putting on, but I use like the cornstarch baby powder stuff to help put them on because otherwise my legs sweat and they'll itch and it'll be crazy. But they work pretty good. I'm wearing them now. And I wear them all through the day, right? All day. Sounds uncomfortable as all hell? No. They're not. They're not uncomfortable. But the containers were a no-show? What? No, these are not uncomfortable at all. And in many ways, they're actually even more comfortable. The only thing is now that summer is around the corner, and as it gets hot, it might be a different thing. But I still would need to, again, like baby powder and stuff is good because it helps to keep the moisture in off your legs, so you don't your legs don't dry out, or they don't get super sogged or whatever. Compression tights, yes. Well, these go right up to my knee, right? Lux and Dargo? Is this your new? Oh, it's Lux and Dargo on YouTube. Is that your YouTube name? That's one thing with the Twitch YouTube mix. Yeah, right. Oh, got it. Yeah, okay. That's one interesting thing about the YouTube Twitch mix is it's going to be, No, it's okay. It's not complicated. You Coyote? It's not complicated. It's not. This YouTube shit might actually make me more money and actually make it worthwhile and in the future. So I'm not, and I know you're just saying, but you don't want to have to. You're not. You're not having any issues at all, Coyote. If you're having a problem with the way things are right now, you're going to have to get over with it because it's not. Yeah, but not only that, there is no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but there is no big deal yet. There's no point to being bitchy about it yet because there's nothing to be bitchy about. And at some point in the future, if it gets to the point where it's too trolly and everything else, yeah, but like I say, yeah, but Coyote, if there becomes an issue, it's easy to just shut the chat down. There's no problem. I will disregard your fear of change because it's not a big change. It's hardly changed at all. There's very little that's changed. Eventually, like in a matter of days or weeks, you won't even notice. You won't even care anymore. It'll be the same as before. I highly doubt that one day I'm going to have like 10,000 people in chat and on a daily basis and any of that kind of crap. It's not going to be like that ever. It's just not. If it does, it will be a complete and utter miracle because it would never happen. Antlers Johnston, yo. Anyway, we got ads coming up. After the ads, we'll do the Boxy movie hype thing. Yeah, the YouTubers are all Twitch subscribers. Keep playing into that fear of change, and I'll no longer be alone about what movies and games to absorb. Yeah. Yeah, and also, I'm not necessarily going to attract, even on YouTube, I'm not necessarily going to attract viewers or something there that are going to be necessarily trolly and stuff. It's a different kind of a thing. I don't know. You had a 6-hour game idea? Oh, yeah? What's that? What's that? Stray? No, that's contemporary. That's new. I'd have to download that. I'm going to play something I have that is easy for me to set up because tomorrow. No, but I wouldn't be opposed to playing it, Coyote, but not tomorrow. No, not Half-Life. It's too long. You can't do Half-Life in 6 hours. Wolfenstein 1. It wouldn't be bad. All the clips you got on your channel can be used for those shorts videos. Sometimes, some of them are. Some of them already are there, Borjna. No, tomorrow I'm going to play something that I'm comfortable with, that I like, that just, you know. No, not the Castle Wolfenstein, no. Not Roller Coaster Tycoon, no, that's not my kind of thing for 6 hours tomorrow. No. Well, those are newer, but not new, you know. What Remains of Edith Finch. No, no, no. I've played a lot of games for you lately there, Coyote. I've played a lot of games for you lately. Like, indeed I have. And you're gonna love, and I know you're gonna be great with Gabriel Knight. You don't like Limbo? Well, why are you suggesting them? I have them. The stream would enjoy it? No, no, no. I'm looking for something that's just basic that I can do. Trying to be selfless and helpful. Oh, okay. We'll figure something out. Anyway, I'll play something. You use your Prime sub on Ghoul Babe just to get her emotes for the night. Sims Medieval. I mean, if I control the stream, I'd have to play the same Star Trek games over and over and over. Portal's not a bad idea, but it's not a game I can finish in 6 hours. I'm not going to play a game that I can't stop after 6 hours. If I started Portal, I'd have to finish it. There's no way I could just do 6 hours of Portal and not play the game to the end. And after that, I'd probably want to play the sequel. There's just no way I could do it. So I'm going to play something that does not necessarily have a particular end where I could stop it. Like if I, for example, like Wolfenstein, the original Wolfenstein, like the Wolfenstein 3D, is not a bad idea because I don't have to finish that. The Lost Vikings is not a bad idea. The Lost Vikings is not a bad idea. It's on my machine too. There's all kinds of other stuff. Right? The Lost Vikings is not bad. I would play that again. I've got it. It's on my Pentium as we speak. Yeah, you don't see Wolf 3D a lot on Twitch. And if I did do Wolf 3D, I would probably play it on modern machines so that I could use the mapping. No, I did Lemmings. Lemmings is brutal. Yeah. And The Last Vikings. Yeah, that was a Soberly special. That's right. It was fun though. It's just when I switched to Lemmings 2 and it was so brutal, and I don't remember it being as brutal as that. I think I started in the wrong place because it started out ridiculously hard. Anyway, I got some boxes and I got some movies. Okay, I got some boxes and movies. I'll show you the boxes and the movies, and then we'll continue with more of the finishing, the end. Lemmings 3D, yeah. I don't know if that one's as bad. Just a second here. I gotta try and nerd. See, these are two games that I wouldn't play in 6. We finally had it. No, we're gonna be finishing it. We'll be done. We'll be done in probably a half hour. We're almost at the end of the game. Black and white. As nutty as this game is, it'd still be worth streaming it again, but I'll never be able to finish this game. I'll never be able to finish this game ever. Because it just gets too friggin' crazy at the eventually. But it's a unique, amazing accomplishment, this game. One day it'll be on GOG. It should be. Well, Microsoft owns it now, though, I think. So you never know. But anyway, this is the black and white Peter Molyneux game. Lionhead Studios. It's a delightful romp. See, look, there's the god there's the creature that you can have. You're basically the god in this place, and you have a creature that you can train and be nice to and all of that. And this little paragraph over here. The worlds of Eden cry out for guidance. The many tribes need enlightenment, and they'll kneel before your temple to worship you as their God. As your influence spreads, you will grow in power and learn to cast wondrous miracles in order to protect your worshippers and dispatch your foes. You will face many challenges and embark upon mighty quests that will test even your holy powers. But with the faith of the people behind you, and with the help of your saintly creature, you will overcome those who rule the realms unjustly, and you will become supreme God of the land. See? It's a beautiful game. Well, unless you play it on the dark side, then it's this. And Alice, yeah, I'll do Alice soon. I will do Alice soon. Just not tomorrow, because tomorrow I just want a 1 day game thing. But this is the alternative. Uh, the world of Eden are yours for the taking. The many tribes will bow down before your might to worship you with fear in their eyes, pleading for mercy. As your reign of terror spreads, you will grow in power and learn to cast devastating miracles to summon death from the skies. Use your power to punish your foes and discipline your followers. Raise your creature to monstrous proportions and force it to do your dirty work. Take pleasure in its torment and use it to destroy all who stand in your way. Rule the realms with an iron fist and become supreme god of the land. And the one thing about this game too, yeah. The one thing about this too is to try and play this like on evil. Holy crap! Yeah, I would never ever be able to finish this game. It's just impossible for someone like me. I get to the point where it's just impossible. Well, there is an ending, yeah, and there's a sequel. There's an add-on rather. When you lose the creature, yeah, and then you've got to start over from scratch. You've got to start a new village while your creature has been captured. It's brutal. Brutality extraordinaire. This is the disco duck, the disc thing. It's shiny. Dungeon Keeper. Yep. And this is the manual. Again, black and white, black and white. Yeah, because it gets hard then. It's busting at the seams, this game. 700 hours free of America Online. 700 hours free. There's the registration card from EA. It's in the game. And this is the installation guide for Windows 95, 98, and 2000. And ME. It had a pretty active mod scene too for people trying to get the game to be playable on modern machines and stuff. But there you have it. If I could actually close the box. My box is a little scrunched. As you can see, it's a little bit scrunched. Scrunched. But oh well. Meanwhile, one day we'll get back to playing Darklands again. One day. Again, speaking of games that you can never finish, really. The game that brings out the Germans. And why not? Germans are your friends. This is epic role-playing adventures in medieval Germany. Music rights is a little less messy than ownership. Yep. Yep. This is a hugely underrated game, and it's unfortunate that this game was so buggy when it was released, and even when it got fully patched up, it wasn't completely fixed up. But it got to a point where it was more than playable and whatnot, and it works great. But unfortunately, by that time, a lot of people had moved on from the game, which is really a shame because it actually is quite ingenious, this thing. Quite ingenious. You see what I mean there, Pest? You see what I mean? The replies. Look at the reply, right? So the reply part is okay, but we don't need to see that whole message again. I wish there was a way that you could tame that. How did they handle Blood Omen between Activision and Square Enix? Good question. Good question. Anyway, this game is quite amazing because it does have an isometric sort of battleground when you're doing fights and stuff and traveling and whatnot, but a lot of this game is just done with pictures and dialogue. Yeah, I know. I don't think there's anything you can do about it, Pest. Yep. Hugely interesting game and also very playable. The only one issue with the game that I had, although it was solvable, was the fact that the information in the game, when it would give you quests and tell you where to go, it wasn't always accurate. They would make some mistakes. But someone created a quest editing or a quest basically a program that you could use so that you could keep track of the quests that you were doing, and it had more accurate information. It actually was able to yeah, exactly. But yeah, it wasn't a mod. It was a companion tool. Yeah, so basically you install the game and it would keep track of your your save games and it would keep track of where the quests were, what they were, and whatnot, and it worked perfectly and made it much easier for you to be able to go to where you were supposed to go. There's lots of really good stuff like that. I've got it installed on my again on my Pentium, and it was nice because I could always pause the game, Alt Tab out, and do it. Does it have a story? No, it has a story. Oh yeah. It has a story, but it's very open world. You can ignore the story completely and then just travel around and do stuff. It's very, very open. And the other thing is that your characters also age. So if you wanted to, you could just play this game forever. And as your characters age and get older, you can retire them, hire new people, and whatnot. It's a brilliant game. But anyway, there's tons of stuff in this box. Now, the version on GOG is the CD version, which is the version to get. This is the floppy. This is the floppy disk version with 8 floppies. And again, this game was patched so many times. But 8 floppies. Here is the upside down manual. There it is. Original floppies, yeah, the original game. And this is the manual. That's the copy protection in there, down in the bottom there, in the box, in the book. We also have this is the installation and instructions. I have everything. I get the whole thing. This is my original copy of everything. Here's the battle commands card for the keyboards and for battles and stuff. This is I spilled coffee on. The Master Player Edition notes about some additional stuff that came with the game. And that looks like Crow T Robot to me. But it's really just it's really just a coffee stain, but that's Crow T Robot. There's a hint line you can call. There was a 10th anniversary of MicroProse, and they had a contest to win fabulous prizes and such. There's an ad for Computer Game Strategy magazine. This is a backup order form, so if you wanted to get the other discs, whatever. The registration card from Microprose. Rorschach approves. There's an ad for Nighthawk, F-117 stealth fighter, and Gunship 2000, and many other different games. There's the map, a beautiful map. It's a paper map. It's not a cardboard map, or it's not a cloth map, but hey, but it still looks great. It is a proper map indeed. Yo. And there's an ad for the clue book. But this version of the game that I bought back in 1992 came with the clue book. It came with the clue book. And really, this clue book is more of a manual than the manual. And it's very helpful because it has a lot of the charts for the prices of stuff and the different stats on the different weapons, and there's all kinds of good information. And there's also some solutions to some of the puzzly problems that are in it as well. But it keeps track of all the prayers, all of the spells and stuff. And actually, there are no spells. It's all alchemy and prayer. It's pretty amazing. Anyway, there's that. We'll have to do another playthrough of this at some point, because it's all that. It's just so great. Yep. In honor. Oh. Boop. Ow. What was I going to say? You caught the end of the box era? Yeah. Well, I got some movies here too. Well, I wanted to mention this one. Now, if for any reason, I just read just the other day that, now this is someone you might not know, but I just remember specifically from this, Claudine Langette was in this movie, The Party, with Peter Sellers. She was also known. She was Andy Williams' wife and whatnot. She was this young French girl who was in a number of movies back in the '60s and whatnot. And she was a bit of a, I guess you could call her sort of a sex symbol of sorts. She was just this beautiful young lady who plays the romantic lead in this film. And yeah, and this of course is my DVD because I don't have the Blu-ray of it. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't mention, now one thing about this movie, and I don't want to get too wrapped up in this whole issue. Peter Sellers plays an Indian character. He's a character from India, and who is an actor in Hollywood who ends up getting in, and he's a bit of a klutz, but he ends up being invited to this Hollywood party by accident. He's supposed to be fired, but his name ends up on a list to go to this party, which is what he does. And the whole movie is a bunch of different scenes and scenarios and whatnot that happen with him at this party. Now, in my humble opinion, this is one of the great comedies of all time. It's a funny movie. I think Peter Sellers is terrific in it. There is a problem nowadays, of course, because he is playing an Indian character, of course. So he's playing it in brownface. And it's understandable. Nowadays, this just would not stand, of course, because you would get someone who, if you wanted to have the same movie with the same kind of character, you would hire someone who is Indian to play the role. But I mean, back then, back then this was done a lot because they're trying to sell the movie. They're making a movie, they're trying to sell the movie, and it's like, well, if we could get it, if we had somebody who was Indian, well, who could we get that's going to be a star that's going to bring people into the theater? So they never did it. So Peter Sellers played the role. Now, yeah, Charlie Chan, sure, but even in Lawrence of Arabia, Alec Guinness plays it in brownface, and he's you know, it happens a lot, and in the older days, sure. But the thing is, it's still a great movie by today. You know, like, it's still funny. It's still worth seeing. And I don't think it's necessarily insulting. I don't think that it's meant to be disrespectful or anything. But it's just that nowadays this just wouldn't happen. This movie would not be made like this. But it was. And there's nothing wrong with this movie, shall we say. I think Peter Sellers is really good in it. His character is actually well represented, and I don't think he's disrespectful at all. But anyway, the reason why I brought the movie up in the first place was because a funny Indian Peter Sellers in the 70s. Well, the thing is, Pest, there very well probably was one. But no one would know him. So how could they sell the movie without knowing, you know? You know, this is also directed by Blake Edwards as well, who also directed the Pink Panther movies and whatnot. But anyway, the point being, it's a great movie. Claudine Longette, I think she was 87 years old. She just passed away. Maybe they just didn't bother. No, they didn't bother because they didn't know anybody. If they went to the acting, they would still have the acting agents and whatnot who would have people on their rosters, but they wouldn't have Indian actors that would be known. Like, now, Peter Sellers was known. So that's why they do it. It wasn't an I don't think it was intentional, right? It wasn't intentional that they just sort of thought, well, we don't want to have, you know, some Indian guy playing the Indian. No, it wasn't that at all. It's just that they didn't see how it would sell if they had someone that nobody knew. You know, they're going to put money into there was no internet or anything. They're putting money into making a film, and they want to get their money back, so they want to make sure they have a lead actor in the movie who is well known, that people will go to see, you know. So in the end, but he isn't a fool though. No, but you see, that's the thing. He's not a fool. He's not a bumbling fool. He's a little klutzy in the beginning part, but in the rest of the movie, he ends up being the hero. And he's actually, no. Antlers Johnston, no, he's not a bumbling fool. You're getting it all wrong. And he's not no, he's not inadvertently. No, you've got it all wrong. He's actually very good in it, and he's also actually quite a respectable character. And in the end of the movie, he's a hero. He's the good guy in the film. Okay, never mind. A bumbling fool. Yeah. I don't think he was a bumbling fool. At the party, maybe. Well, maybe so. Maybe they're the fools. Maybe they're the fools. It's irrelevant anyway. One of the dangers of talking about movies like this is because it gets away from the point of the original discussion that I was trying to have. Anyway, to Claudine Lajette, rest in peace, which is why I brought the movie up to start with. Antlers, why are you why? Can we drop all of this now? We're done now. Box hype movie hype is over. No, I think he's bringing it up for a reason. Anyway, after the ads, we'll get back to the game and finish it. Yeah, the hype is over. It was just murdered. The hype was just killed. Well, I'm glad this was captured for posterity on YouTube. Good. We just got another minute, and then we'll get back to the game. No, you don't want to do that, Pest. Nope. Nope. This is what it is. Oh, just kidding. Okay. Angry Zoo Man, hello. We're almost finished at Angry Zoo Man. We're gonna be done. We're gonna be done probably in maybe 20 minutes, a half hour. Okay, we're gonna get back to the game now.